week 9 of Maxine's challenge. It's day 4. It's the 20th of October. That's super exciting. It's nearly Christmas. I love Christmas. I get to go home and see my family. Anyways, that's not why you're here. You're here because you want to know how Maxine's challenge is going. So Monday I did back and shoulders, I'm fairly sure it was, and holy moly did I get a shoulder pump. This phase's workouts have been hectic as hell. So I did that on Monday. Tuesday I have class in the evening, so I went in for cardio between 5 and 6 o'clock. I went on the Stairmaster for half an hour and then I headed to my evening class. Wednesday was meant to be leg day. I got through my squats, I got through static lunges and then back extension, but with a focus on glutes and hamstrings. That was only half of the workout and I had to go. One of the reasons was I had a DEXA Scan pre-booked in, so I had to travel to there and I didn't know how to get there from where my university is and where their office is. And the second reason was I was so tired. I was pooped, I was feeling sick, I don't know what happened. It was very, very intense. Also, because I had last week off, getting into this week back in the gym was very, very hard. But today I went again and I had a very long session. I think I was there for about 2 hours because I did chest, arms and abs today, and then I fit in my cardio that I missed out on yesterday. So anyways, I'm here to talk about my DEXA Scan results. I went in on the 19th of September and got my results. I was sitting at 20.1% body fat. Excuse me, looking down my pieces of paper here. I had 11 kilos of fat on my body and 40.9 kilos of lean muscle mass. So what these new results give it to me in percentages now. So 20% of my body was fat and 73.9% was lean muscle mass. Almost 6% of my body is made up of bones, and I was also weighing in at about 55.3 kilos. At that time, remember, I don't like to use weight because it depends on what's happened during the day. So I had this one done at 11 o'clock in the morning, so I was still quite lean. I'd had breakfast already, and also when you're drinking water and stuff, that's going to affect how much you weigh as well. So that's why I don't like to use the weight. I prefer to use the body fat. Okay, so I went in yesterday, only 4 weeks. Now in my last video I talked about what I was going to do, and that was keeping in my metabolic test limit. If you go back through my videos, I do talk about my metabolic tests that I had done. Oh god, it must have been close to the beginning of the year, around April. Now just quickly, when I went in and got my metabolism tested, I was at the slow end of normal, pretty slow. I can eat, for weight loss, is 1,118 calories on a workout day. So that's when I go and lift weights, when I do cardio, whatever, that's how much I can eat. Now when I have a rest day, I can only eat 1,000 calories. So that's to be in that weight loss area. If I'm looking to maintain, it's about 1,200 calories to 1,500 calories. Now I actually haven't looked at the maintain band because when I'm following my metabolic test, I'm doing it to lose weight, not to maintain. And when I'm not following it, I'm obviously putting on weight because I'm eating everything I can see. Anyways, so when I went in yesterday, I was amazed, so surprised, I am so happy. Right now, I'm sitting at 18.6% body fat. 1.5% has dropped off my body. That's so good, that's so great. I am so happy. So another 4 weeks should see me sitting around 17%, which is my goal. Now what happened with my muscle, like lean muscle mass, and my fat is really incredible. So my fat, I dropped 1 kilo of, but then my muscle, I actually put on 200 grams. So if you look back at my last video, I did talk about this ratio. So when you're losing weight, what will happen is a perfect weight loss is 1 for 1. For 1 kilo of fat that you lose, you should lose about 1 kilo of muscle. That's just what happens, that's what the body does. Nothing to be scared by, because fat is a lot heavier than muscle. Like there's a lot more of it, as you can see from these pictures that I've just popped up here. So 1 kilo of fat is a lot bigger compared to that 1 kilo of lean muscle mass. Now, so what I've done is I've gone anabolic, which is very hard to do. It doesn't always happen. It's not guaranteed that when I go in next time that I'm gonna be in the exact same state. Now, this usually happens, and these results are seen in people that start working out for the first time. So they drop fat and they put on muscle and it's awesome, but slowly that levels out and plateaus and it changes. Now, what I've been doing is I've been sticking to the Maxine's Challenge meal plan as best as I can without going over my calorie limit. As I've talked about in previous videos, I sub out a few meals and stuff to make it fit in with my schedule, my lifestyle, and what I feel like, because eating plain meat all the time does get boring, and I understand that. That's why I have a variety of different spices and stuff in my cupboard to keep things interesting. I've been sticking to the workouts except for last week where I obviously had the week off, but this just goes to show that a lot of results in weight loss, in fitness, all that sort of stuff is found in the kitchen. What you put in your mouth really determines how your body looks. So if I'm eating well and keeping in that calorie limit, look at what happens. I drop body fat and it's awesome. Same thing if I eat chocolate, my face breaks out in acne. It's just what happens. What we put on the inside is reflected on the outside. In this time, I've lost barely a kilo. When I went in for my DEXA scan, this just goes to show why you shouldn't trust weights. I weighed in at 54.5 kilos. So when I got up in the morning, I weighed in at 54.1 kilos. So there we go. There's already a 300 gram fluctuation in weight there in 6 hours. Between that time, I drank a liter of water. I'd had breakfast. I went to the gym. So my weight had obviously changed. This is why I I cannot stress enough, do not trust the scales. Always use measurements, photos, and the DEXA scan. I love this. It's so great. You can really see where everything's fitting, and what it does is it looks at all the fat on the inside of your like between your organs and your muscles and all that sort of stuff as well. So you really get a complete picture of where you are holding things, where your problem areas are. I know we can't spot reduce anything. So there we go. That's so great. I'm so happy. I'm going to keep up with this and get another DEXA scan at the end of Maxine's challenge, and we'll see how I go. It has become a lot easier to eat in the calorie limit that I'm working in at the moment. I found I don't get so hungry as often. I'm used to not eating as much. I found I actually don't need those extra things that I've been eating in my days to function. I don't need it. If you're also having a bit of trouble losing weight and you're exercising heaps and you can't work out what's wrong, definitely look at what you're putting in your mouth. And also, if you have the money, if you're in a city or a town that has the metabolic test facilities available, I totally recommend it. It has been so amazing for me, and it takes out that hassle of having to work out what the hell is going wrong. So not everyone's the same when it comes to how much you can eat. I obviously have a slower metabolism than others. I see a lot of people that eat 2,000 calories a day and that works for them. I personally would put on weight if I ate 2,000 calories a day. My current body makeup doesn't allow me to do that. A lot of people in the fitness industry get really worried when people eat not a lot of calories in their day, but then we need to remember and to take into account that everybody's body is different. Everyone's different. Everyone's got a different metabolism. So I can't eat a lot, but my boyfriend can eat amounts and amounts of food, never put on weight. Like, we're all so different. Our genetic makeup is so different, and we should always take that into account when developing programs for people, when following programs ourselves. Your body is unique, and you're not going to fit the program exactly that you find on the internet. And that's what I believe everyone should be doing. You should be knowing your body, what your body needs, and being in touch with your body, getting as much information about it as possible, so that way you can be your best person. You can get the most out of what you're doing and what you're paying for. Like, all these programs, they're not they're not cheap. They cost $100 plus, and you should be getting your money's worth out of that by following it in the way that your body will achieve maximum results from. So that's my update on my DEXA scan. This would have to be about my 6th DEXA scan, I reckon. This is really a really good measurement of progress that I recommend for anyone who's serious about fitness and losing weight. I hear a lot of people getting very discouraged by what they see on the scales, and it really frustrates me. So if you have the chance to do one of these, definitely go and do it. Or just progress photos and measurements. I'm going to leave that here. I've got to get ready for work. I'm super busy with uni at the moment. I've got 3 weeks left until the end, and then exams start. So I'm very sorry. What I'll probably do is continue with these sit down updates. Okay, thank you so much for watching.